The Ghanaian government opened a diplomatic talk with South African government over the xenophobic videos attack we see going viral on socials. Now, the Nigerian government of particular concern left the group.
First of all, this thing is the one going around harassing Ghanaians in South Africa. Now,
my fellow Ghanaians, they are warning us to go home. It's time to go home. So please, let's go home and fix our country.
Nigerians are already crashing out on social media. This is an example that your government, they work. The Ghana government have actually opened a diplomatic talk with the South African authority concerning the ongoing illegal foreigners must go and the confrontation of Ghanaians in South Africa. You guys, Nigerians are currently saying that this actually happened to Nigerians last 2 weeks ago, but the Nigeria government do not take any action, anything in step in order to stop whatever is going. Now, the government of Ghana is listening to the cry of, the Ghanaians that are in South Africa. As it is like this, a lot of Nigerians are saying that Ghana is just so different from any other African countries. Nigeria should not even compare. And a lot of Ghanaians, and also we are going to be checking out Ghana president's speech that actually shocked the whole African on how Ghana president keep on coming and intervening for its citizens. Okay, so if you're just seeing me for the first time, I'm simply Lilian. Please do well by liking this video. Please share this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's check out these videos together.
first of all, this thing is the one going around harassing Ghanaians in South Africa. Now, before I talk about this person, Ghanaians in the diaspora, listen, your passport is the property of Ghana. Your passport belongs to Ghana. So if you're in another person's country, it is only the immigration, or to some extent the police, it is only those people that have the right to check your passports. But first of all, it is only immigration that have the right to check your passport in any other country, not people like this. No ordinary citizen have the right to ask you to show your passport or document. They don't have the right to do that. Now this thing is called, it's a Queen Vio Sedendeo. She is the one leading others blindly to go against Ghanaians and other Africans. But looking at her face, you know she's daft. Because if she really go to school, if she really learn history, she will know the role Ghana played. You should go and read why Oliver Tambo was always coming to Ghana. From 1960 to 1980, the Ghanaian government gave South Africans free scholarship and free education to come in school in KNUST and Legon. And after the end of apartheid, most of them became leaders in South Africa. Free scholarship, free education, second university level. Mary John Rawlings gave South Africans $1 million. They know $1 million to fight against apartheid. For protests and demonstrations in Ghana, the Ghanaian government refused to have anything to do with the apartheid government in South Africa. Look, how can you do this to your fellow, hey, Jesus Christ. And the annoying part is that it is this thing, this one is the one leading all those things. Look at her, look, just look at her. You see, what the verse be saying, the people that have no hand in the freedom of South Africa are the ones fooling right now. You see, if you want to go after those that are doing criminalities and the rest, fine. But now they're going after the legal ones. There was a video where they went to hospital saying that if you're not a South African, leave the hospital with or without legal documents. What rubbish is that? South Africans, the time will come where you'll be left alone, no? And if everybody wash their hands off your matter, you'll be in that country alone, no? I'm telling you for a fact, everybody will dislike you in Africa. What is the crime of this man? What did he do? Charlie, if you see how they punch this man, you will cry, you. And it is all fueled by this bleached thing. Hey, God have mercy. Look, now I'm beginning to identify myself as a nationalist. I'll be a nationalist first before I'll be a Pan-Africanist second. I don't care what any of you come and say. Yes, I'll identify as a nationalist now. $1 million that Rawlings gave to South Africa, like you use them for ourselves, like it will be better. Then these things are going around disturbing human beings. Rubbish.
The Ghanaian government opened a diplomatic talk with South African government over the xenophobic videos attack we see going viral on socials. Now, the Nigerian government of particular concern left the group. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his confused group of dealers in their kangaroo chamber, they left the group because they don't know what it means to be a functioning system. They don't know what it means to be a government that's interested in her people. Look at Ghana. How many videos of Ghanaians have you seen being attacked in South Africa? And how many videos of Nigerians have you seen being attacked in South Africa? What did the Nigerian government do? Nothing. Because they cannot even protect their citizens in Nigeria. But look at Ghana. I watched the video myself of a Ghanaian minister talking about the attack, condemning the attack. And he went on to say they've not recovered anybody, the body of any Ghanaian that had been unalived in South Africa. But he was condemning the attack. One of their diplomatic leader in South Africa was also condemning the attack in their embassy. What did the Nigerian government do? 3 weeks ago, when South Africans started with this attack again, they are tagging it because of the Igbo king that was crowned in South Africa. What did the Nigerian government do? They went on to apologize to South Africans. They apologized to them. They apologized to them. They're still beating and assaulting and harassing Nigerians in South Africa till today. They forgot so soon all the sacrifices that Nigeria made for South Africa to get them out of shackles. But look at Ghana. We have our basketballs online, but we know a system that is working, that's interested in our people. You Ghanaians, you might be thinking that your system is not working. You might be thinking that your system is corrupt. Come to Nigeria and identify yourself as a Nigerian. Have a feeling of what it means to be a giant of Africa in corruption and dwarf of Africa in development and caring for her citizens. Maybe you people then will have a rethink and start thanking God for your system. Even if only the word alone, even if it's just that statement alone, sending that message out there to South Africans and to say, no, you cannot mess up with Ghanaians living in your country. You must follow due process. Even if you think that they don't have the right documentation, follow due process. You have no right to assault or to attack anybody because you are not the law enforcement agent. Even the law enforcement agents must follow due process. That message alone is clear to make any Ghanaian living in South Africa or in any part of the world to beat their chest and say, yes, we have a system that protects us. Look at Nigerians. You have a cookie. Shamelessness is what you have in governance in Nigeria. They run and apologize to South Africa. They have been attacking Nigerians left, right, and center since that day till today. Even before then, they've been attacking Nigerians. When Nigerians were being attacked by Ghanaians as well, Nigerian government did nothing about it. Always leave us to fend for ourselves. Such a shame. It's a shame.
I wish all South Africans can see this video. Share this video. Make all South Africans watch them. Listen.
The young people of South Africa do not know what happened before they gained their freedom. The whole of this continent stood behind South Africa. The whole of Africa stood behind South Africa to fight against apartheid. I remember all of us growing up as secondary school children, went on marches. We were part of the African Youth Command. We demonstrated, we boycotted classes and all that, all in the fight against apartheid. Indeed, for several of the countries where their citizens have been brutalized in South Africa, these are countries that were called frontline states that harbored the freedom fighters, of South Africa and gave them safe haven, gave them passports, to be able to avoid the clutches of the apartheid regime. Nigeria, even though not a neighbor of South Africa, was considered a frontline state because of the economic contribution that Nigeria did to the ANC to be able to liberate South Africa from apartheid. And so it is regrettable that the same people who fought against apartheid, are being attacked in this way.
Just look at this thing, my bro. These are foreigners. The foreigners are in their houses, they're sleeping nicely, and we of South Africa, we are out here in this cold, catching cold, and these foreigners, they don't have papers, and just look at they're all sleeping nicely in the houses. They're sleeping really nice in the house. We are here outside. They must go back to their country. They can't come here to take our sleep from us. These are mothers. Fucking shit.
South Africans, you guys are psychologically deranged. Some of you are psychologically deranged. Otherwise, how are you going to be monitoring people who are sleeping at night? Saying that these are all foreigners, stay drinking our water, sleeping taking our sleep, taking our jobs, taking our women, taking whatever. These people worked for it. They didn't just come and steal from you. They came to your country, they got a job, and they were working for it. Just like President Mahama said, there was a time whereby the whole of Africa was standing behind you to support you, to free you from slavery. Now you are free. This is how you're going to pay back all the favors. It is regrettably. Anyway, God bless Nigeria. I know Nigeria will bounce back one day. And you all will put to shame. Ghana, God bless Ghana. Ghana, Nigeria, Presido. Peace.
Guys, before I say anything, listen to this.
My fellow Ghanaians, they are warning us to go. It's time to go home. So please, let's go home and fix our country. Thank you.
So, I want to say a very big thank you to the people of South Africa. I want to say a very big thank you to the group of South Africans that had this encounter with our Ghanaian brother in South Africa. What happened there? There are people that have taken a short clip of what really transpired there, trying to push a narrative. But guys, listen, to some of us, we are very grateful and thankful to the people who had whatever that transpired there with the Ghanaian in South Africa. Now, let me break this down to you. This very Ghanaian gentleman you see here, which is our own Ghanaian brother, went all the way from Ghana to South Africa for a visit. Now, according to the laws, if a country or if a continent has to work effectively, everybody has to abide by rules and laws in the country. The problem we have in Africa today is some people are living in a dream instead of living in the reality of Africa. You get people like Wadimaya living in the dream of let's have a united Africa, one border, one currency, one one girlfriend, one whatsoever. This is a dream which they wish will come true for Africa. But what is the reality in Africa now? The reality in Africa now is not one border, it's not one currency, it's not one girlfriend and one whatever. The reality currently in Africa is that there are rules and laws in every country. And as a citizen, if you are moving from your country to another country, you should be ready to make sure you abide by the rules, abide by the laws of that very country. Don't go to that country and then you have the African dream in your heads that, oh, we are all black people and then one currency, one border, one whatsoever. So you'll be flaunting the laws of those countries, thinking because you are all black people, you feel the dream of one border and one currency and one soever should manifest, and because of that, you will be going against the law, and when they come after you, you will start screaming that they are being xenophobic or they don't like you. Now, this very Ghanaian brother of ours went all the way from Ghana to South Africa for tourism. If you watch the full video, which I will post on my YouTube channel, you're going to see everything that transpired there. He went to South Africa as a tourism. When he got to the airport in South Africa, the immigration of South Africa, they didn't reject him from visiting South Africa. Now, the immigration of South Africa, at that point, they have the right to say that, my brother, we don't really trust you coming into the country, or we don't really trust you're coming into the country, so you are going back to Ghana, your country. But they respected him as a fellow black person who is coming to South Africa to visit South Africa for a space of 90 or 30 days. Now, you came into South Africa as a visitor. You came to South Africa to do nails. According to the guy, he came to South Africa to do nails. He works in a salon. Let's be realistic. Why would a Ghanaian move all the way from Ghana to South Africa to go and do a salon business or to go and do a nail business? Now, you ask yourself, is it that Ghanaians cannot do salon business and nail business in Ghana? Ghanaians can. But what do we see in Ghana today? The salon and the nail business, which by law is supposed to be done by Ghanaians only in Ghana. As we speak now, 90% of people that are non-Ghanaians, which by the laws of Ghana are not supposed to run salon businesses in Ghana or to run nail shops in Ghana, what do you see all over Ghana? They've taken all over those jobs in Ghana, and they are doing it in the name of we are all Pan-African people, we are all one people, we are all one black people. Now, you, the Ghanaian, that is supposed to grab those opportunities, that is supposed to do your nails and your hair shop and your barbering shop or whatsoever in Ghana, because you have foreigners taking over those jobs, which by the laws of Ghana, they are not supposed to. You have no option now than to buy a ticket to South Africa as a tourist. You tell the South Africa immigration that you are going there for 30 days visit and you come back to Ghana. After the 30 days, you decide not to come back to Ghana as allowed by the South African immigration. You now do fraudulent stamps into your passport. You go to Eswatini, you stamp out, you come back to South Africa, you stamp in. You have corrupt South African officials where you pay money to stamp to validate your stay in South Africa. And you are running the saloon business which by your rights you are supposed to do in Ghana. You've run away and left it for foreigners in Ghana. And then you are going to South Africa thinking the South Africans, they will keep quiet and allow you do it there because in your country, Ghana, what is your right? You've sat down for foreigners to take over. It doesn't work that way, my brother. Listen, me I don't support nonsense. The reality in Africa today is every country has laws. When you go to South Africa as a tourist, make sure you abide by the laws of the immigration. At the airport, the immigration gave you 30 days. Once your 30 days is over, make sure you start packing your bags and then sit in your return flight and come back to Ghana. But you don't leave Ghana, you go to South Africa in the name of tourism. You book your return trip into South Africa and out of South Africa. You get to the immigration also seeing you as a fellow black person coming to visit South Africa. They stamp your passport and give you 30 days. The 30 days is over. Instead of you to go to the airport, sit in your return flight and come back home as allowed and as told by yourself to the immigration, you don't come back. You go and set up a nail or a saloon in South Africa, forging fake documents to live in South Africa, and you expect the citizens of the country to keep quiet and watch you. It doesn't work that way, please. Let's move away from the dream which some people like Wadimaya are pushing in the heads of African. The dream that people feel African unity should be one passport, borderless, what. My brother, you cannot push a narrative to everybody in Africa. Let's face the reality. The reality in Africa now is that in Ghana, some businesses are meant for Ghanaians only, and that is how it should be. The reality in Africa now is that you don't go to South Africa as a black person who is not a South African and go and be doing fake documents, staying there for 4 years, 5 years, thinking you are a black and then you want to be there and they shouldn't say anything or talk about it because your country helped them during apartheid. See, I don't want to go deeper in this issue. South Africans, God bless you guys so much. Any Ghanaian there living illegally, tell them to come. The saloon businesses they are doing there, they've allowed, I don't want to mention names of countries. They've taken over the right of Ghanaians here, and the Ghanaians are running. You are not going to any country.
Nigeria is indeed a country of personal concern, because we could remember when South Africans were, doing this Nigeria must go. That was last 2 weeks, and Nigeria government actually sent an apology message without defending its own people. Forgetting how Nigeria and other Africans helped South Africa. Now, it is currently happening to Ghanaians, and the Ghana president is currently sending a diplomatic, like you guys, this is just one of the best presidents in the whole world. He is not setting to fight the South Africans in Ghana. He's not setting to South Africans in their own country, but he's setting a diplomatic, like this is too much. One thing that South Africans are doing, they're actually doing something good, but in a wrong movement. Yes, ask me to explain. We don't want you Africans in our country. We want you to go back to your country, fix your country, hold your leaders accountable, because whatever that is happening today in South Africa is a result of bad leadership in other African countries. Yes, so now when a particular country in Africa is bad, what they do is to look for other African country that is working to dominate that place. As South Africa is one of the countries that has the highest rate of unemployment in their country. Now, South Africans have actually looked around and they said, what is the really cause of this unemployment in our country? According to them, the immigrants are the ones taking our job. It's not like we don't have the manpower to work, but they are the one coming from their own country, doing the things or adding extra to what we are doing instead of our own workforce to be normalized, the way we work to be normalized in our own system. Now, these immigrants are coming to change it for us. And it can also be communicated to the leaders, allowing the authority to do this work, not you going around maltreating your fellow African person. There's a way it can be regulated. In as much as South Africans are saying we don't want immigrants in our country, because this is no longer illegal immigrants. It just look like South Africans are saying all migrants, all African. They're not saying Americans, European countries. They're saying other African countries should go back to their country. In as much as they're saying this, South Africans should also remember that there are South Africans in Nigeria, in Ghana, in the US, all over the world. Nobody is chasing them out. That is just one thing. We can live in good understanding with another. It's just misconception and misunderstanding. Okay? Currently, the news circulating is that 80% of South Africa is owned by the white people. These white people, are they white South Africans? Probably, yes. They are whites that came to colonize South Africa. We are going to be explaining more on our next video. But please do well by liking this video, subscribe to this channel, please, for more updates.